You wake up to the gentle flicker of an oil lamp in your small chamber. The soft golden light dances across the smooth, mud brick walls, casting shadows that sway like palm fronds in a quiet breeze. Your eyes adjust slowly, peacefully, to the warm glow of the small terracotta lamp beside your sleeping mat. The wick burns steadily in its pool of castor oil, the same oil that has lit Egyptian homes for countless generations. Its flame reaches no higher than your thumb, yet it fills your modest chamber with a comforting amber radiance. You stretch gently upon your woven reed mat, feeling the careful craftsmanship beneath your body. Each reed has been selected, dried in the desert sun, and woven by skilled hands in the workshops near the temple. The mat lies upon the packed earth floor, smooth and cool beneath, mixed with chopped straw and Nile mud, pressed and dried until it gleams like polished stone. Around you, the familiar objects of your daily life rest in their appointed places. Your wooden headrest sits nearby, carved from sycamore wood, its gentle curve designed to cradle your neck through the warm Egyptian nights. The wood still holds the faint scent of the tree it came from, growing along the life-giving banks of the great river. A small wooden chest holds your personal belongings, crafted from imported cedar, its rich aroma mingling with the oil lamp's gentle smoke. Inside rest your finest linen garments, woven from flax that grew in the fertile delta, bleached white as moonlight under the desert sun. The walls around you tell their own quiet story, built from bricks made of Nile mud, mixed with chopped straw and shaped by hand. Each brick dried slowly in the Egyptian sun until it became as strong as stone. These walls have stood for many seasons, through the gentle flooding of the Nile, through the dry winds of the desert, through countless quiet nights like this one. Above you, wooden beams of sycamore and date palm support the flat roof, where during the day you might climb to catch the river breeze, or to study the stars that guided the ancient pharaohs. The small window opening near your sleeping place allows the night air to flow gently through, carrying with it the distant sounds of the river, the soft lapping of water against the muddy banks, the gentle rustle of papyrus reeds swaying in the evening breeze. Through this opening, you can see a small piece of the night sky, scattered with stars that have watched over Egypt since the time of the first pharaohs. The same stars that guided the builders of the great pyramids, that watched over the scribes who recorded the wisdom of ages. Your breathing deepens, slow and steady, matching the rhythm of the river beyond your walls. The oil lamp flickers softly, its light growing slightly brighter, then dimming again, like a gentle heartbeat made of golden light. You notice how the flame moves, never rushing, never anxious, simply burning with steady purpose, consuming the oil drop by drop, moment by moment, just as you consume each breath, each heartbeat, each peaceful second of this tranquil night. The wick is made from twisted flax fibers, grown in the same fields that provide linen for your garments. Everything in your life connected to the great river, to the fertile land, to the ancient rhythms of Egyptian life. The lamp itself was shaped by a potter's hands, formed from clay taken from the riverbank, fired in a kiln heated by dried reeds and palm fronds. This simple vessel has served its purpose for many months, providing light for your evening reading, for your quiet contemplation. For nights like this when you wake to find the world wrapped in gentle darkness, around the lamp's base and a small pool of oil reflects the flame, creating a second light that dances beneath the first. Like the reflection of the sun on the Nile surface, everything mirrors everything else, above and below, light and shadow, waking and sleeping. Your eyes drift to the small niche carved into the wall, where a tiny statue of Thoth stands watch. The god of writing and wisdom, protector of scribes, patron of those who work with words and symbols. The statue is carved from limestone, no taller than your hand, but perfectly proportioned. Thoth's ibis head catches the lamplight, his curved beak pointing toward the floor. his eyes gazing down with infinite patience. Before the statue, a small offering bowl holds 3 dates, sweet and wrinkled from the desert sun, and a piece of natron salt, pure white crystals that taste of the ancient sea. These offerings connect you to the gods, to the great traditions of your people, to the scribes who came before you and those who will come after. The oil lamp continues its gentle flickering, steady, peaceful, hypnotic in its rhythm. You feel your body sinking deeper into the reed mat, your muscles releasing the small tensions of the day, your breathing growing slower, deeper, more rhythmic. The night air carries the scent of jasmine from the courtyard garden, mixed with the green smell of the river, the earthy aroma of fertile mud, the faint sweetness of dates drying in the moonlight. These scents surround you like a gentle embrace, familiar and comforting, the perfume of home, of safety, of belonging to this ancient land beside the great river. Your chamber is small, intimate, perfect for one person's quiet contemplation. The walls are close enough to touch, yet they do not confine you. Instead, they create a cocoon of peace, a shelter from the vast desert beyond, a protected space where you can rest and dream. Along one wall, like a small shelf, holds your most precious possessions. A copper mirror, polished until it gleams like the surface of a still pool, reflecting your face in the lamplight, showing you the person you have become through years of learning and practice. Beside the mirror, a small jar of coal, made from ground galena and mixed with oil. The same dark makeup that protects the eyes of pharaohs and farmers alike, shielding them from the bright desert sun, making them beautiful in the sight of the gods. A ivory comb rests nearby, carved from a hippopotamus tusk, its teeth worn smooth by daily use. Each morning you draw it through your hair, feeling the gentle scrape against your scalp, the careful untangling of sleep's disarray. These objects are not mere possessions. They are companions, witnesses to your daily rituals, silent participants in the rhythm of your life. The oil lamp burns lower now, its flame smaller but no less steady. The oil level in the small reservoir drops slowly, imperceptibly, like the passage of time itself. You know that soon you must add more oil, or trim the wick, or simply let the flame die down to embers. But for now, you simply watch and breathe and feel the peace of this moment filling your chest like warm honey. The night sounds beyond your window grow softer. The river's murmur becomes a whisper. The wind in the reeds dies to a gentle sigh. Even the distant cry of a night heron seems muffled, dreamy, far away. Your eyelids grow heavy, weighted with the sweet burden of approaching sleep. The oil lamp flickers one last time, casting your shadow large against the wall, then settling into a steady, peaceful glow. You close your eyes, feeling the warmth of the lamp on your face, the softness of the reed mat beneath your body, the gentle flow of night air across your skin. Your breathing slows, deepens, becomes as regular as the river's flow, as natural as the turning of the stars.
The last thing you notice, before sleep takes you, is the faint scent of lotus blossoms drifting through your window, carried on the night breeze from the sacred pools near the temple, and you surrender to restful, tranquil sleep. Chapter 2. The Scribe's Table. You wake again, gently, peacefully, to find the oil lamp still burning beside your mat. The flame dances slightly, welcoming you back to the waking world, casting the same golden light across your small chamber. You rise slowly, your body moving with the unhurried grace of someone who has no need to rush, no urgent demands waiting in the darkness. Your feet touch the cool earth floor, feeling the slight roughness of the clay, the small grains of sand that have settled there during the day. You move toward the corner of your chamber, where your writing table waits in the lamplight. The table is low, Designed for sitting cross-legged upon a cushion, its surface is smooth acacia wood, polished by years of careful use, stained here and there with drops of ink, marked with the subtle impressions of countless documents. Upon the table, your scribe's tools rest in perfect order, each item placed with the precision that comes from years of practice, from a life dedicated to the careful art of writing. Your reed pens lie in a neat row, each one cut from the stems of reeds that grow along the Nile. The ends are trimmed at an angle, creating a natural nib that holds ink like a tiny reservoir. Some pens are thin, for delicate hieroglyphs, others are broader, for painting the colorful borders that decorate important documents. Each pen has been seasoned with use, softened by the oils from your fingers, shaped by the particular way you hold it. Beside the pens, your ink palette rests on a small stand. The palette is made from a flat piece of schist, dark gray stone that came from the quarries near the first cataract. Its surface is worn smooth, polished by countless mixing motions. 7 small depressions are carved into the stone, each one holding a different color. Black ink made from soot and gum arabic, red ochre from the desert cliffs, blue from ground lapis lazuli, brought by traders from distant lands, yellow from orpiment, green from malachite, white from ground shells, brown from iron-rich earth. Each color tells a story. Black for the sacred words of the gods, red for the names of demons and dangerous spells, blue for the sky and the celestial waters, yellow for the sun and gold, green for new life and growing things, white for purity and truth, brown for the fertile earth. You reach for a small jar of water, made from fired clay. Its surface is smooth and cool, beaded with tiny droplets of moisture. Inside, clear water from the Nile, settled and filtered through clean sand, perfect for mixing with your pigments. The water carries the essence of the great river, the life-giving flood that brings fertility to the land, the sacred current that connects all of Egypt from the cataracts to the sea. You pour a small amount onto your palette, watching as it forms perfect drops on the stone surface. The water finds its way into the small depressions, mixing with the dried pigments, bringing them back to life. With a thin reed pen, you begin to stir the black ink, watching as the water and pigment swirl together, creating the deep, rich darkness that will carry your words across papyrus, across time, across the centuries. The motion is meditative, circular, hypnotic. Your hand moves in the same pattern your teachers showed you. Their teachers showed them, back through generations of scribes who have sat at tables like this one, mixing ink by lamplight, preparing to capture thoughts in permanent form. Before you, a fresh sheet of papyrus lies waiting.
The papyrus is beautiful, pale gold in the lamplight. Its surface shows the careful weaving of the reed strips, horizontal and vertical, pressed and dried until they form a single sheet, smooth as silk, strong as leather. This papyrus was made in the Delta, where the finest reeds grow in abundance. The papyrus makers cut the stems when they were young and tender, peeled away the green exterior, sliced the pith into thin strips, soaked them in river water, arranged them in careful layers, pressed them under heavy stones, dried them in the sun. The result is this precious sheet, light as a feather, durable as stone. The writing surface of pharaohs and scribes, of love letters and tax records, of religious texts and royal decrees. You run your finger along the edge, feeling the slight roughness where the fibers end, the gentle texture that will guide your pen. Help it flow smoothly across the surface. The papyrus carries the faint scent of the river, the green smell of growing reeds, the earthy aroma of fertile mud. It connects you to the source of all life in Egypt, to the great current that flows from the heart of Africa to the Mediterranean Sea. You dip your pen into the black ink, watching as the reed absorbs just the right amount. Not too much, not too little. The perfect balance that comes from years of practice. The first stroke is always the most important. It sets the tone for everything that follows. You touch the pen to the papyrus. Feel the slight resistance of the fibers, the gentle scratch that tells you the surface is ready. You begin to write, not words this time, but simple shapes, lines that flow like water. curves that echo the flight of birds, dots that fall like rain. Each mark is perfect in its simplicity, complete in its purpose. The ink flows steadily from your pen, creating marks that will last for thousands of years. These simple lines joining the great library of human thought, the endless conversation between past and future, between the living and the dead. Your hand moves with practiced ease. No hurry, no tension. Just the steady rhythm of creation, of bringing something new into the world, one mark at a time. The oil lamp flickers slightly, casting moving shadows across your work. The light plays across the wet ink, making it gleam like polished obsidian, like the surface of a deep pool. You pause, dip your pen again. Continue. Each movement is a meditation, a prayer, a moment of perfect focus. Your breathing synchronizes with the rhythm of your writing, in and out. Mark and pause thought and expression. The sounds of the night filter through your window, but they do not disturb your concentration. Instead, they become part of the process, the gentle backdrop against which your creativity unfolds. A night heron calls in the distance, its voice echoing across the water. You pause, listening, feeling the connection between your solitary work and the vast life of the river, the desert, the star-filled sky. Your ink palette gleams in the lamplight, each color pool reflecting the flame. Creating tiny mirrors that hold the light, multiply it, scatter it across the stone surface like fallen stars. You reach for the red ochre, mix it with a drop of water, watch as it blooms into warm copper, the color of sunset, of life-giving blood, of the desert cliffs that guard the valley. With a clean pen, you add small touches of red to your design, not covering the black, but complementing it, dancing with it, creating a harmony of color that pleases the eye, soothes the spirit. The red ink flows differently than the black, thicker, more viscous, requiring a different pressure, a different rhythm. Your hand adjusts automatically, finding the perfect balance, the right touch.